All right, George Gray here for the Go Show, here at the Firestone Master Care with Steve Rohde. We're at the Master Care Firestone on the corner of Roselle and Wise Road. Man, that's tough to say. Roselle and Wise Road, Wiselle and Rel, Wise and Roselle. It's tough to say. Steve, how you doing today?
Pretty good, man. How about you? I haven't seen you since the winter started.
I know. Last time we were here checking in with Steve, I had Rhonda the Honda, and we were getting some winterizing tips. Today I got my new car. It's kind of old, but it's Connie the Contour. It's a Ford product, and we are here talking about mileage efficiency and gas efficiency and how we can get our cars to run a little bit more efficiently since gas prices keep going up, and we're going to try to get the most out of every ounce of gas we put in these cars. So Steve's here with us today, and he's been more than gracious to welcome into his shop, and he's going to give us some tips on how we can get these cars running a little bit more efficiently and get the most out of our gas. So Steve, got my Ford Contour here. It's a 96, it's about 85,000 miles. It's about your average car out on the road today. Domestic, built American. And we want to, what do you think? I think it's in pretty good shape. Just got a tune-up recently. But what do you think, Steve? What are some things we should be
George, I think we're going to start off with just some basic things, some things the consumer should do at least once a week. They say to check them once a month, but at least once a week, you should check the tire pressures on your car. All right? On every car, the manufacturer has a door placard, and it tells you right here exactly how much air pressure to put in your tires. This car here, gone for 31.
Motorcycle right there was not using proper gas efficient tips right there.
That's right. These tires here take 31 pounds of pressure per tire. So a really good thing is if you underinflate your tires and drive on the road, obviously you're going to lose gas mileage. Not only that, you're going to decrease the life of your tire by doing that. It's a very simple thing to do. If you don't have a tire gauge, come here, I'll give you a complimentary one. Get your tire gauge checked about every other month to make sure it's still accurate. We use a master gauge here, so everyone knows the guys check their gauges every day, make sure they're right on. You want to check your tire pressures cold too before you start driving your car. That's the best time to check them, when it's cold. So that's the major thing you could do just to increase your gas mileage right off the bat. They did a survey and they found that a lot of us Americans don't check our tire pressures regularly enough, and it cost us like $44 billion a year in fossil fuel because your tires are underinflated. So just keeping air in your tires is going to increase your gas mileage. That's the first thing you can do.
Yeah, and I think that everybody thinks that, like, the average number is 32 or 34, but you need to check your specific car's recommendations.
That's right.
So.
Every manufacturer puts that placard on there so you'll know what your manufacturer wants you to run your tires at.
So getting checked, make sure the tire pressure is good. Probably need to check alignments occasionally as well as
alignment. Yeah, if your car's out of alignment, it's going to decrease your fuel mileage. It's going to create a rolling resistance and drag. So when you go down the road, if you're towed out a little bit, you're going to notice a drastic drop in fuel mileage. So
and that's going to reduce tire tread, and that's going to, you're going to be spending money on new tires a lot more frequently too.
Right.
So that's another way to save money.
Prolong the life of your tires, increase your fuel mileage. So we offer a lifetime alignment here. You pay once, you can get your alignment done every 6 months just for maintenance. Anytime you get a suspension component replaced, we do your alignment for free. And it's good at any Firestone.
The
next basic thing here is your air filter. This little air filter in here, if it is dirty, it can cost you up to 25 or up to 10% of your fuel mileage every gas tank. So it's a little tricky here on yours. There's a clip down here.
They don't want me to check my air filter, obviously.
They make them a little tougher.
You have to put that guy in a headlock there, Steve.
Yeah. There we go.
Bingo.
All right, so that's
exactly how it's supposed to be, isn't it, Steve? That is perfect. That is just like straight out. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Maybe not.
Actually, George is giving a little money to the oil suppliers here. This filter should be replaced.
I was saving up to come here to you, Steve.
You should be able to see light through it.
Yeah.
If you can't see any light through it, it's not doing its job.
It's a little overcast.
So it's not letting your engine breathe. It's not letting the right amount of air into your motor. So you should replace this as soon as you can.
Yeah, well, maybe while I'm here, Steve.
There you go. We can write you up a ticket today. Next thing here, we're offering a fuel-saving package right now. It includes an oil change, which is very important, clean oil. Create less resistance in the motor, less friction, increase your gas mileage. Our fuel-saving packages will replace your air filter, change your oil and filter, clean your fuel injectors, and rotate your tires. So
now the Crack Go Show research staff informed me that one thing that we should look out for is also make sure that the right oil, when you're going to get an oil change every 3 months or 3,000 miles, they're putting the recommended oil in there.
The right viscosity, exactly.
Right. So if you're a 5 weight, you know, a 5W20.
5W30, 5W20, 10W30.
And is there a way for you guys to check to make sure that?
Yeah, actually our system here is pretty good. When we write your ticket up here, it automatically tells us what viscosity oil and how many quarts to put in your car. This car is takes 5W20 motor oil.
Okay.
Now it sounds like the oil's too thin for your car, but this is a micro-finished engine. All the tolerances are real tight, and they want a thinner oil in there. Creates less friction, less drag, increases your fuel mileage. So very important. Get your get your oil changed.
All right. So those are some engine things, but I'm sure there's anything else regarding.
Yeah, there's quite a few other things.
Right,
Another thing on your vehicle is your fuel filter. On this car, it's located in the back underneath. You should replace that fuel filter every 3 years or 30,000 miles. That filter gets 1 ounce of water in it. It restricts your fuel pump, creates back pressure, causes your engine to run lean, decreases your fuel mileage. So you want to replace that fuel filter. When you do replace the fuel filter, another thing you should do once a year to your vehicle is have your fuel system tuned up or your fuel injectors cleaned. Remove all the intake valve deposits and clean the injector faces so the injectors perform better and gives you better gas mileage. So, other than that, your regular basic maintenances, make sure all your fluids are always topped off and clean. Another fuel saving tip you can have is try not to push your accelerator pedal to the floor. Every time you push your accelerator pedal to the floor, you're decreasing your gas mileage. A good rule of thumb is don't go past half throttle. Basically in the Schaumburg area, you never have to go full throttle. It's all stop and go traffic. If you're a smart driver and the light turns green and you look up, there's another light a block away. Don't push your gas pedal down so hard because all you're going to have to do is stop again and start. Starting and stopping consumes more gas than cruising.
Yeah.
So you can see a lot of people try timing their lights so they keep cruising steady. They get really good gas mileage when they do that.
Yeah, not a lot of street racing going on here in the Schaumburg area, so no need to be, from a safety standpoint and from a fuel mileage standpoint. It's really important to drive at or near the speed limit, and also, you know, like you said, don't accelerate too fast. No need to put the pedal to the metal.
That's right.
You had mentioned, you know, when we were talking a little bit before the broadcast today, you had mentioned, you know, right off the top, what was your #1 tip you said to help keep gas mileage down?
Don't go past half throttle.
Don't go past half throttle. Yep. But what was your #1 tip?
If you grabbed the 2x4 and strapped it to the back of your gas pedal, you would probably increase your gas mileage by at least 15 to 20% because you wouldn't be able to push it to the floor. But since it's a safety issue, you can't really do that. You know, sometimes you need that power to get out of the way of somebody or a truck or something. So.
And if you do use the 2x4 method, make sure you put that underneath the gas pedal, not the brake pedal, because that could be a whole other safety issue, and that'd be a whole other show. That's right. We'd have to be covering a lot of other topics, but.